Darlings, it's time to play MoteMancer for an afternoon. And part of the motivation for doing this is something that I've been getting called out on in as not aggressive and gentle a way as our lovely viewers do. That I've not been playing different games very much this year. Historically, I was just trying out new games all the time. I like dipping my toe in and sort of seeing what's out there. But I've kind of just been doing like Hearthstone, doing Mechabellum, and most of all, Blueprints. And it's felt really nice to just kind of just be thinking about Blueprints lately and only playing Blueprints for a few months back, only doing Mechabellum and so on. But this game, MoteMancer, I understand to be like Factorio in a fantasy land. Factorio, one of my favorite games of all time, perfect 10 out of 10. It's the game that introduced me to the whole automation genre. And Steam just had its Automation Games Fest recently, and I saw this come up a number of times. And a few of my friends know the MoteMancer dev. And so I was like, all right, you know what? Since this keeps getting suggested to me, and I have been deeply irresponsible in terms of trying new games, why not do one in a genre I adore? Huh? And next week I'm going to be playing Blueprints. I also like to give a howdy to the MoteMancer dev who has just arrived in our chat. Hello, howdy, howdy. I'd also like to note that we are doing our annual fundraiser for the Children's Hospital of Orange County. That's what CHOC is. In short, if you're interested in supporting Children's Hospital of Orange County, you can go to that link or type in !CHOC in the chat. I also recognize money is tight for people, no pressure. And of course, if you're thinking of subbing to Day 9 TV or donating $5 to CHOC, hey, maybe take a break from me and donate there. For now, I'm being instructed to left click. Motes in their raw form. Hold on, let me show the hooded figure. Motes in their raw form are fleeting whispers of the elements. Through alchemy, we refine and fuse their essence into useful reagents. Salt provides foundation and stability, ground from the persistent elements of shadow, water, and earth. Oh, are we like Magicka Factorio? Aether guides the flow of energy and power and is drawn from the energetic elements, life, fire, and air. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the four elements. Yo, I love the four elements, let me tell you. Point class says Magicka Factorio would just be a factory on fire. Through alchemical binding, motes find form joined with their partnered reagent to weave a stable scaffold upon which true artifice begins. Whoa! Whoa! Still studying, a good habit for an alchemist. Zoom. Oh! Whoa! Well, we're gonna look around. I'm gonna look at some of the environment art, because environment artists are the most... I worry about environment artists in the games industry. Spend so long making beautiful environments that someone runs through in 3 seconds. There is always more to master, but clarity follows intent. Structures lie dormant, their power spent. Let's put your craft to use. Cast a mana flare to restore them. Watch closely. Study their function. Alright. What did that do? Cast a spell, and it's like, you did it! And I'm like, why did I do it? Alright. You want me to cast it here? Alright. 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 This is salt. Aether. Okay. Oh, E closes? E does close. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. E closes because I'm a Factorio gamer. Got it. Splendid. Manaflare is a temporary but useful solution. Perhaps it's time to teach you to weave energy through life structures. I literally don't even know what that did. I'm eager to... Oh. No. The flow of elements is unraveling. I must contain the breaches. Entropy is piercing through. You can't stop it alone. No, you must go through. The planes remain stable on the other side. The flow of elements must be reignited before this world shatters. Alright. I'll hold the line here. The life bridge is traversable. For now, this task falls to you. Alright. It's not a rocket, it's a portal. I got it. Your training may be incomplete, but your talent is undeniable. Begin with salt, and the elements will reveal themselves to you. I still have no clue what this ability did. Alright. Oh, it's motes of life. Alright. I do it at a distance. So is this just... Is this... So is this bad to be here? Alright. Harvest motes from the surrounding. I'm going to look around the surrounding a little bit. Is M a map? That was just on hover. I see. Alright, I'll claim. So only aether can be extracted from motes. Life motes create aether. Water, earth motes create salt. Sure. Alright. Oh, this is familiar. Can I move these around? Okay. Alright, reagent, ingredient, okay. Craft 5. Alright. So I need water or earth? I mean, there's water right here. I assume I need to just get it from rocks. This is like Stardew Valley, man. I have so much cleanup to do. Alright, great. Ernest's question is, are there angry bugs around? Yeah. Are they called baiters? Alright. Claim. Collect smarter, not harder. Salt can be shaped into structures that gather and refine motes for you, but they need power. Craft a simple collector. Cast Mana Flare into a simple collector to give it power. Oh, Mana Flare gives it power. I love it. It's finally explained to me. Production logistics. Okay. Grindstone. Why not? I'll just make them all. Oops. Alright, so I'll just... Simple collector. Alright, so motes must be placed on a mote field. Aha! So I'll just put it here. Alright, so let me... Bam! Alright, so it's powered. So it's just watering. Alright, great. So this is very familiar from Factorio. Taking my time, because why do anything quickly? So... Oh, dude. I gotta stretch my neck so much more. Craft an infusion altar. Got ingredients from linked pedestals. Fuse ingredients to research their potential. Alright, I'm just going to do exactly what it says. I'm just going to do this. Infusion altar. What do I need for this? Need some salt prisms. Alright. Now can I can take my motes of water. Alright, I guess I'm just going to go collect some life, huh? What does salt come from? Water, earth, and shadow motes. Can be ground into salt? Okay, well, you know what? Grindstone. So these feel like processors. Oh, look, it just shows me everything that it can make. Great, so I'm going to put in this. Alright, nice little walk. Grab some of these. And is this... This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so... Put that on the hot bar. Alright, and I have enough salts to make a pet... What? Oh, I need some ether? Oh, we need some life motes. Alright. Eye the Hawks' hexagonal automation sounds like it's going to get unwieldy very quickly. Don't worry. Don't worry. Even with grid, like XY, classical, square-based, I make it unwieldy. When Classics is salt automated, you have successfully made Twitch chat? Hell yeah. What do I need for these? This is drawn from life, fire, or air motes. So, what am I missing out on? 2 mode of life? Was I just not collecting motes of life? Is that what's happening? Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm just going to collect some more of these, because I'm not going hard enough on my automation. Bob says, has anyone tried this on a Steam Deck? I will say, I tried Factorio on a Steam Deck, and it was miserable. Fuse ether at an infusion altar. Oh, I see. I don't know why it won't let me place underneath myself. Sure, I'll just put this here. Get flared. Place at least 2 pedestals, highlighted blue tiles. Did I just, like, blast right past my pedestals? I sure did. I sure did. So this is an ingredient item to this? One of these is an ingredient for the other. Yeah, 3 pedestals. I see. Get some motes of life, please. Sunbuzz, I really thought it was great on the deck. It was also surprisingly good on the Switch. What didn't you like about it? So, like, it's just so hard to do, like... There's so many controls that need to be, like, held simultaneously to do a lot of the stuff that I was trying to do with just mouse and keyboard easily. Alright. Okay, so if I put this here, place the 2 pedestals on the highlighted blue tiles. Oh, that's very cute. You can see these here. Okay, we're getting some magical sigils going. Fuse aether and a salt prism. All right, so now I need to go some reagents. So if I put this here. I mean, that looks fucking sweet. Or heckin' sweet. Infusion. Research unlocked. Okay. Oh, it's I'm hiding it. I'm hiding it. Basic tools for item storage. Oh, interesting. UI UX. Can I like literally walk around? Oh, I see. It never moves from where you are. That's a sweet UI. Okay. Basic tools for item storage and transfer. Alright, research simple logistics in there. Only a few more infusions and I'll understand how to create grippers to fill the pedestals for me. Some of the naming in this really cracks me up. Because it's like conveyor belts and inserters. And it's like, nah, they're not inserters, they're grippers. And maybe instead of conveyor belts, they're senders. Alright. Simple gripper. A few more infusions and I'll understand how to create grippers. Great. So, use a simple gripper to place salt prism into a pedestal. So, okay. Alright. Research simple logistics. Okay. Use a gripper. Where's my gripper? So, when it says... What if I put water here? What if I put on this one? Anything happen? So this says in research simple logistics. Does it just want me to do more of the same? How do I... Okay. I can't tell if it's telling me... It says infusion progress. So I can't tell if I need to research simple logistics, and once I research it, then I get to do these things, or if the act of me doing the thing researches it. Because, I mean, I literally can't figure out where... Like, how do I start research? I'm so confused. Alright, let me see if I can figure this out. None of these, by the way, I'm not asking for you to help me. I'm just explaining what's happening in my head. Look at this. Bam. So I am assuming that what this means is I need to just put salt and aether into the thing again. Is that it? That is it. Okay, so... Okay, that was super unclear to me. Okay, yeah. Because, you know, when in Factorio, it says, this technology needs this research. And I mark the technology, and it literally says research progress up there. Here, it's like you open it up, and it looks like this is just passively happening. I don't choose to research it. If I just do this, it just happens. So I could be researching multiple things at the same time, it appears. Okay. And then I have to left click it to get it. Okay. Alright. So I have now. Indie Cage, I would love to answer that question. Let me just play for maybe another 15 minutes, then I'd love to go deep on this. Okay. Logistics. Simple gripper. I mean, I gotta build that. So how is this made again? This is a grindstone, so I can put in... Where do I get salt from? So I can use water to get salt. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a really clumsy... Am I out of grindstones? Okay. Production. What do I need for a grindstone? Need more ether. So to get more ether, put in some of these life notes. Great. Just going to go collect a bunch of stuff real fast. Because I'm not going to start planning out my factory until I just kind of do what the game tells me to do for a little bit. Alright, so do this, do this. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm kind of getting what some of these mechanics are. So a mana flare is like generating power, but it actually has a duration to it. So this is a way to get temporary power up and running. Okay. So let's go to, let's do some gripping. Simple chess? Yeah, why not? Okay, use simple gripper to play onto a salt prism, onto a pedestal. So this is a pedestal. So this, okay. So what I'm gleaning is that there's going to be all manner of different multi-reagent objects that I can make. And this little ring around is like the deposit points. So, I'm just going to take a chest, put it here on the grid. I'm going to go ahead and take my gripper. I'm going to remove this and take my gripper. Blue is in, so orange is out. Alright, simple chest. Fill it with salt. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so... place a salt prism. Oh, wait, not a salt prism. I see. This is not a salt prism. So I'm going to now make, in the grinder, I'm going to make some salt prisms by putting in this and this. Yeah, like my understanding of the game right now is it's an automation game with a fantasy setting. I instantly adore the fact that it is elemental combinations because I've been obsessed with elements for like, you know, everyone talks about Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know? I'll bring up the true OG cartoon involving elemental magic, Captain Planet. That's right. Where someone in an executive position went, oh, the kids are going to love this clown with a green mullet. And I was one of those kids, and I was like, this guy with the green mullet's amazing. Yeah, heart, earth, fire, wind, water. And then this guy that has a monkey on his shoulder goes, heart! And everyone goes, oh, all right. And like, literally, the heart guy, no one liked the heart guy, but everyone was like, all right, I guess he'll just be in the show. Fluid Zaps and then the Heart Nation attacked. Alright. Time to get some salt onto my hand. Here it goes! Yeah! Woo! Woo! I have a simple collector output directly into a grindstone. Alright. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Orange is out. No, don't craft it. Oh, whatever. Classic automation error. Alright, orange out. There we go. So you want me to output this directly into the grindstone? All right, sure. Here. I don't know what this mana thing is. I literally have no idea what this right bar is in the slightest. Okay. All right, you want me to put some stuff in there? All right, we're going to put some water in. Done. It's making a salt. Oh! And then watch this. All right, here we go. What is this thing called? A grindstone? Do I have any? No? I need salt and I need aether? Oh my god. Alright. Where are little areas where I can drill for some life here, huh? Because, I mean, this thing has a bunch of water. I'm going to put... Where's my life shit? This is called a simple collector. Alright. Oh. Alright, simple collector. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, no. Cancel this. Cancel this. Because I do need a couple of simple collectors, huh? Alright, so this means it's out of range. Where would I put this to get life motes? Mode of water, mode of life? What is this? What's happening? It's spreading. Does this spread over time? Alright. Actual backseat question. Is there a resource node that's really nearby that I can place this on? I don't see a map. Oh my god, I fucking found it. I'm amazing. Look at that. Mode of life, don't ask me twice. Alright, you know, let me just do my usual bookkeeping stuff. Orange out. How embarrassing. Alright, so that's just going to be sending life to the bin. Alright. Oh, look, it's a closer one. Alright, we're going to tear this all down. Oh my god. Alright. We're getting there, little by little. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my taskbar because it feels cool. Alright. This green is insanely difficult. This green is like the exact same saturation value as everything else. It's just that it has VFX. Alright, so what am I looking for? I need a driller? Simple collector. Alright, we're gonna get the Hand of Nod. The Hand of Nod is gonna just deposit things here. We're gonna put this here. We're going to... Get it in there. Oh, yeah. Alright, we're doing it. Okay, so let's do the same grandy dandy. Dump and handy. Orange is out. Oops. Alright, so now what we're doing is we have a simple collector output directly into a grindstone. Great. So this is... Oh, have a simple... Oh. Wait, so if I do... hold on. Can I rotate these? Wait, what does that little orange thing mean? I know orange historically means out, but I don't... Does it not get stored on the object? Alright. This is a collector. I'm so dumb. Huh. You're an option for storing a chest? I'm curious. Oh, I see. This is its dumping point, and if it doesn't have that... Got it. Alright. So then, what this means is that when it's talking about direct output, it means, like, direct. Get in there. Cats is glad to see MoteMancer. It's really fun for a different twist on Factorio. Yeah, like, I had been hearing about this game on and off for about 4 months now. Use a tinker's table to craft a shining slab. Is this getting bigger, or am I just getting dumber? I mean, both could be true. Okay, so use a tinker's table. Tinker's table. Use a tinker's table. What the hell is a tinker's table? Hold on. Where's a tinker's table? Okay, this is not. Simple gripper, simple chest, pedestal, infusion altar. Tinker's table. Okay, backseat me. What's a tinker's table? Oh my god. Is that Damon at 171 months in a row? 171 and having fun. Dude, Damon, you're getting close to 200 months subbed here. Hell yeah. Oh, what? Use Tinker's table to craft a shifting slab. Alright, so I need to salt, prism, and aether. Oh, a shifting slab is a fucking conveyor belt. I see. Okay. So, how do I choose what the ingredient is? Or I should say, choose what goes in. And aether is going to be from this guy. Dude, Damon, it's so great to see you, man. Those are just drawn in, huh? How do I know that it's a shifting slab? So, I think, okay, I'm having an understanding. I'm having an understanding. Oh my God, I'm building an understanding. I think that this is actually a research lab. I think that this is the analog to a research lab. And that was not clear to me at all. And I think that through playing this game, the first critique slash note that I would make is I'm having trouble understanding things unless I frame it as, oh, it's that in Factorio, oh, so it must be this. Like, this idea of a simple gripper being a hand. Like, if you say to me, welcome to a fantasy world, make a gripper. I'm like, I've never read a fantasy book that talks about grippers. You know what I mean? Or an infusion altar. Like, it's not informing me as to what it does. And I mean, like, it could just say infusion altar. And then just could say, like, researches technologies. Like, okay, like, something. But I mean, like, infusion altar could be... Albatross Time says, well, I think I agree and disagree. I think Factorio was lucky enough to be the first game to do it, but let me be clear. What I'm not saying, Albatross of Time, is that Factorio, when I didn't know anything, was easy to learn. I'm not making that point. What I'm saying is that I'm looking at what the structures are in this game, and I don't know what any of them are. There's nothing that really communicates this to me. Like, for instance, a grindstone. A grindstone being a thing that turns water into salt. Like, that's just not a sentence that, like, tracks. If it was, it grinds a brick into dust or a piece of ore into dust, like, I get that. Or, like, a gripper doesn't communicate what it does. A simple chest communicates what it does, straight up. A pedestal does not communicate at all what it does. Holds a single item at a time, multi-purpose. But, like, why would that be helpful for holding a single item at a time? Like, if this said, pedestal, holds a single item at a time. You place pedestals around infusion altars to hold the ingredients that can then be reagents to do research and stuff like that. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I've been kind of looking at not quite... Because, look, fuses reagents to further your understanding of their potential. Like, that sounds very flavorful, but I, like, don't know what this means. And the way that I have been able to understand what it means is I'm going, let me ignore what the game is saying to me, and let me just think about how Factorio functioned. And that is the only way that I've been able to be more quick in making progress. Well, so let me do this. So, use a tinker's table to craft a shifting slab. So what... So I now am understanding that if I put some pedestals down here, and does it have Q in this game? Good. And then I can get this and this, and do this and this, and then I go shift space like that, like this, that, and then I will put in this one all you, this all you. Okay, so already I don't understand how this works. So my understanding is that it said a workshop to shape the foundations of automation. Great. Oh, because I need to click this? Got it. I see. Okay. So now, this is going to start researching this. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. Oh, yeah. Gripping it. Just guesses, it does have a background that touches on old alchemy, which helps for the understanding of water to salt. Yeah, like, I think that the flavor of the elements is awesome. And I think that there is a... Not everything needs to be, like, absolutely perfectly one-to-one clear, you know, like I was joking about calling this a sender, or a conveyor belt a sender, you know. And, like, you obviously don't need to do that. MoteMancer says, Infuse and Alter says structure research. Like, so, as I'm here, like, let me actually remove these. Nothing here communicates research. Or that the actions here connect to the stuff here. And if I go here and it says pedestal, structure, research. I mean, I saw that. Okay, you know. Collector, logistics. I mean, it feels like a grouping. It doesn't feel like communication. All right, so this, get rid of that, and take these back and do pedestal. Okay. So now I can do a Tinker's Table. So a Tinker's Table, I assume, is an assembler. So... Okay, so I think in a moment... I'm going to start actually caring about building a factory. Now that I understand what all the words are and what things mean. So if I want to start making some of these, I'm going to go... Dude, I can't wait to just do such poor optimization. Oh, so a salt prism is a gear and salt is iron? Okay. Give me that salt. Okay, so we're going to put in this and this. Okay. So I'm eager to start getting some challenges that are going to demand some automation. Use a simple gripper to place an element on a conveyor belt? Sure. You got it. Let's get these. So I'm going to need a lot of these. What the fuck? What the fuck? Put it here. Ah! Put it fucking... So left clicking puts it there, but it won't put it there? Ah! How do I fucking get it off? Clear, middle mouse. Okay, oh my god. Oh, that crafts it. Okay. So. Alright. Oh, I see. Oh, that's way easier to do. And that's quite beautiful. Yeah. You might not think this is a beautiful conveyor belt, but it is. And these are single tracks. Okay. Okay. All right, great. Research elemental binder. Okay, so... Alright, so, okay. So, if I do this here, this is what's making me my salt. So there, and then I'm going to make a grind... Alright, so I need to... Okay, when this is done, I want to put this here. And then simple collectors, I will put here. So then I can click this and do this here, and then... The main reagents that I need are this. Actually, let me put this here. Because I feel like I'm going to be doing that a lot. So let me get rid of these. This whole contraption setup's unnecessary, because now I can come over here and I can actually put the Hand of Nod going this way into a grindstone. Oh, I need Aether for this shit? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we're starting to grow. We're starting to grow the factory. I want to know how to do power next. Once I do power, I think I'm going to absolutely figure out how this is done. So this is going to be up to here. This is just the silliest thing I've ever seen. So this is an assembler. And how do I want to do this? I'll just get the Hand of Nod over here. Cast myself a little... there it is. We're just shipping this, baby. Never show me this again. And then we'll do one of these, and... bang. We're getting some salt prisms. Very good, very nice, very awesome. Actually, here's... No, I'm not going to start making a shit factory right away. We're gonna wait a little bit to do that. We're gonna wait just like a little bit. All right, so why is the hand going to the hand? Oh my god. Oh jeez. So let's see here. So we're gonna get another pedestal. Do I have one of those? Well, I literally made this as wrong as possible. Nice. Excellent. Alright, production. We're going to... Artifice? I see. So Artifice is like... research, maybe? Crimson Falcon says, oh my god, it is reminiscent of the Hand of Nod. I know, right? Wait, where's my pal that I put off for a moment? Put off talking to. Is it Ice? Indie Cage. There it is. Indie Cage, you had an inquiry for me that I wanted to touch on. Oh, does F not... does F do? How do I pick this up? Wait, what is happening here? No way. Okay, wait. The hotkey... I'm sorry. The hotkey to pick things up from the conveyor belt is the same as the hotkey to rotate the conveyor belt? It can't be. It is. Oh my god, dude. F is flip, and F is pickup if I'm standing on top. So I need to keep my mouse away here. Alright, nice. Well, you hover over it, but like if I'm running down, I'm not paying attention to my mouse, and I'm just like flipping buildings and stuff. Yeah. It's like a high probability event. Alright, so... where is my pedestal? I found it. I found myself. Dude, the fact that it, like, arranges them like this is so sweet. Alright, so let's do like this. And what are the ingredients that we need for this? Salt, aether, shifting slab, salt, aether, shifting slab. So... really? Where's power? So wait, it looks like Mana Flare is just something I need to run around and do. Yeah, Factorio F, muscle memory is strong. You know it, baby. So... let me come back to what Indie Cage said. Indie Cage, first of all, are you even here, Indie Cage? Because I wanted to answer your question after I'd gotten a little deeper into the video game. While we're waiting for Indie Cage, let's actually ask ourselves some questions about automation. Like, actually, let me pull all these things down. Making some stuff here, and if I want to actually make a conveyor belt, is it under production? So let's see here. This needs salt and a shifting slab. So I'm going to make just a very simple conveyor belt generator. Over here, and to do this, we're going to clear all this out. Indie Cage had an interesting question. I think Indie Cage is now gone, which just hurts. It hurts my soul. It hurts my very soul. Man, I always hate when I do that. I'm like, let me come back to that question, and then they just leave. So this water will be ground into salt. This water will be ground into salt. We need some grindstones. Oh, I can just left click here, huh? So this will be ground into salt. This will be ground into salt. Then the grindstone needs to do one more round of grinding. Here is like this. Where did he have to go? I don't know. He's just like making dinner, you know? Oops, I literally declared that I needed to do something and then just didn't do that. Classic day 9. I literally said we need to get a second grindstone. Alright, in you go. Oh, you need Aether for this? Oh. Surprise, even to me. Oh, I need an orb touching every one of these? Yeah. You sure do. This feels like it might be rude, so I'm sorry if it is, but I just got here a few minutes ago, and this looks extremely interesting to me. Should I go buy it right now and stop watching to avoid spoilers? You know, this is a... First of all, I think it's okay to hang out a little bit, because this is Fantasy Factorio. So you're going to see me kludge my way through building a base. And right now I'm trying to automate some conveyor belts. Before I actually make some decisions on what my base should even look like. There is this kind of interesting factoid, which is that a lot of times on, like, release day for popular single-player games, viewership's terrible. Because if people tune in and watch for a little bit and go, yeah, this looks good enough to buy, they'll just put it down and never play it again. Or they'll put it down and never watch you again, because they're just going to playing the game. The most interesting example of this was Elden Ring, where on the launch day, I had bad viewership. So I played on launch day, and then I waited a week, and then I started to play Elden Ring. So that way everyone had a weekend to play it. Okay, so... what if I wanted to automate some production lines? So if I look at the reagents, the big one is water and life and earth. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've seen any earth yet. So I need salt production, aether production, and salt prism production. So what I'm actually going to do is, as I'm letting this stuff build, so I'm just going to load up on conveyor belts. What happens if I, like, build in here? Alright, so I assume this is bad to build in. So, let me click this to do some scouting. Ah, motes of earth. I see. So where my earth is motes of life, earth, life. I see. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie frickin' dokie. I see. Alright. And if anyone sees Indie Cage in chat, you tell me right away. Wait, this is making pedestals? Oh, God. Okay, so here's some questions that I am trying to sort through. Let me go ahead and just start making a bunch of these. So I need a lot of those. I need a lot of grindstones. So let me just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some resources generating while I just kind of look and think about how to build my factory. But I do need some of that shit. Alright, I already made a mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make a couple of generators down here. Well, there's this weird question for me, which is like, I'm not entirely sure how to arrange these. You know, I just don't need that many. And I will need to do this. Please kill me. Do not want that. Alright. So now we actually have some stuff going up here, which we literally need in order to produce the stuff that we're actually trying to produce. Okay, so now I am stockpiling on this Aether, so I can have my own Aether in my backpack. A bunch of water here. Just this hat is generating salt, but I don't really need a lot of salt. I mainly need prisms, so let me just do. Okay. So, like, we're making conveyor belts. We're generating a lot of the resources that we need. Oh, do I still... I'm trying to get... I feel like I have relearned this, like, 6 times. So, I'm getting this generated here. Yeah, I need some of those. Okay. Okay. So, okay, I've changed my mind a few times, but I think I'm mostly settled on this. So here's what we're doing. Oh my god, please turn this off. Is there a way to turn off that placement mode? Oh shit. I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm just going to have it... do like this. So now we're able to just start automating some of this. Nice. Okay, we've done it. Oh my god, we've done it, and we are doing it. This salt. Okay, things are moving along now. Okay, so now I'm doing some basic automation of some early stuff. So let's. So I'm torn between beginning to make a factory and beginning to like get my, you know, my lines of copper and iron and everything set up. But in this game, it would be salt and aether and prisms and all that stuff. Maybe I actually should just work towards this. So this is shifting slab. I mean, yeah, we're kind of... So here's our slabs. Here's... Yeah, we have aether in a bucket. Why not? Okay. So many of those. Yeah, you know, I'll just do some basic research. Why not? Underground slab. Alright. So now we're going to want to just You know, I changed my mind. I think that I want to be... oops, I clicked over here. I want to click over here. And then let's get pedestal, 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 pedestal. I'll just do this kind of thing. This is so sweet. And then I will... Oops. Let's make some more hands. For this, oh, I need pedestals. What do I need for pedestals? Let me go to my reagent bin over here. Go to my salt prism bin. So we have 3 crates. 1, 2, 3. So, what I will do now is I will... Okay. So now I can just... What? Do I have to do it like this? Okay. So for some things you can use controls, for other things you can't. Because for these, I wanted to put them in here, but it just doesn't let me. Actually, I have to use a different interface for placing those objects. Okay. So yeah, let me just sit here and patiently unlock some stuff first, and then I don't actually know if I want to do anything big and dramatic. Still not sure what this thing is. Guess I'll top these off while I'm waiting. Alright. Dude, ZippyD79 is oh so fine. Hell yeah, ZippyD. How are you doing, man? Has anyone tracked down Indie Cage? Oh, I see. So these symbols mean that this resource is here, but this symbol means that it's being researched because it's an infusion altar. You know, I'll talk about the topic. Because Indie Cage wrote the following. This is an interesting topic. I probably will need to use the restroom here at some point. I think Ghosty reposted it. Yeah. It says, any tips on how to evaluate if a project is worth pursuing further, or how to know when to call it quits/pivot? I think this is such an interesting question. Like, when do you bail? And this is just the same thing. Great. This is just the same thing. Great. I'll just sit here and unlock these 3 things. No, I won't. I'm going to use the restroom. Everyone chill here while my research completes. I just realized how badly I have to go. Let me just load it up. All right, let me see if I can do this quickly enough. This is this real big risk where I'm like increasingly like just hydrating more to be like a healthy person, and it's just a nightmare. All right, everyone stay here. Stay. I'm back. Is the research done? Alright, 1 hour 36 minutes. That's when we actually answer this question. Here we go. But yeah, like, how do you know? Because the question is, I will read it again. Any tips on how to evaluate if a project is worth pursuing further, or how to know when to call it quits/pivot? I mean, truly, I think that there is one unbelievably underappreciated aspect of doing a project, which is just, are you enjoying yourself? I mean, I've spent years on projects that professionally went nowhere, but were insanely compelling. It was really fun to talk about. It was really fun to learn about. And I met a lot of people while working on it, you know, like... Ooh. Oh, thank God we have power. Okay, how do I make elemental life? Mode of life and salt, huh? Do I have a salt crate? I don't. Start making some of these. Like, if you're working on a project, and I'm just going to say it's a game project for simplicity's sake, because if you're watching me on Twitch and you're watching me play a game, you probably play games. Like, if you're working on a game project, and it's just fun and interesting and compelling to you, it doesn't actually have to be anything more than that. I mean, there's people that, like, have bands that they are in with their friends, and they do it just because it's fun to be in a band with your friends, and that's it. And there's nothing more complex to it than that. And I think that that's terrific, honestly. I really, really do. Looks like I'm researching something else. Great. So, and I mean, in that regard, whatever makes you happy, just keep on doing it. I've seen way too many people enjoying something but convince themselves that it's not worth doing because they can't monetize it. Oops, skipped a step here. This. But God, I wish Indie Cage had, like, more context to provide about what project they're working on, where they're considering calling it quits, or are unsure whether to call it quits, or whether to pivot. Because those, I think, are, like, the most interesting conversations to have. So let's see. The next research that I want to do is the Tree of Life, Assault, Prism, and Elemental Life. How do I make this? This is made in an elemental binder. And do I have elemental binders? I do. I can make them. I'm just going to be doing this like one at a time for a little bit. Let's do this. I actually think I will get salt on my hotbar as well. Just banging out that life, huh? That is an interesting question. How do you know when to pivot? I think this is the right thing to do, to just chestify everything. And this is salt and elemental life. Alright, so if I do get some salt, put some life in there. What? Why is this not working? Whoops, this chest is in a weird place. Don't know how that happened. Probably because I put it there. What? But they do. Why does it not... Oh, it's a salt prism. I see. So here's my salt prisms. Nice. Okay, so I can research 2 researches at once. Perfect. I don't know why I wouldn't be, but part of me was wondering if I was doing something egregiously, superlatively wrong. But yeah, I think that the, like, when to adjust... Let me see if I can even come up with a good example of this. Okay, here's the best explanation that I can give, and this is me kind of like cheating a little bit because I'm going to reference something that I talked about before in the past, which is I feel like there's a stack of things that I like as a mental model in order to kind of help me keep track of what I'm doing in problem solving. So let's say that you are making a 4X kind of, you know, game like Civilization or something like this. The data would be something like, oh, I've been having people play our game and they find combat is boring. That's just a data. That's not an opinion. That's not a thought. This is just data. Now, from the data of playtesting your game or from playing other games and going, oh, this seems cool, that seems cool, you're going to establish goals from the data. So you might say to yourself, okay, I have put my game in front of players and they find the combat boring. That's not a goal of mine. I actually want the game to be all about trading. I want it to be all about the economy. I don't care about the combat. So you can just be getting negative feedback in the data and go, yeah, great, that's not the goal. In fact, you know what? Let's make it easier to get through combat as fast as you can. But suppose you said, okay, so my goal is to make interesting, compelling, rich combat. The difference between problems and goals, I think, is really, really important. A problem is the thing that is in the way of the goal. So, hey, combat is boring, and I want it to be fun. So, is it that there's not enough combat mechanics? Is it that the fights are so fast you have no time to observe what's going on? You know, like there could be any number of reasons. And suppose you said to yourself, you know what, I think that the problem with combat is that there's not enough abilities. I think that's the reason. Once you've made that statement, you need to start implementing solutions that solve the problem. But the important thing is that what, Nightbot? Why are you giving that notification? Hold on, let me just chastise Nightbot. Dashboard. Timers. Commands. Delete. Delete. Great. Just because you said to yourself, I think the problem is that there's not enough active abilities, so I implemented a bunch of them in there. That's not a concrete statement that you've solved it. This is a hypothesis. Because, for instance, you could say, I think these will be cool active abilities to make my combat feel more active. And then you play test it, and people are still not having fun. Well, that means in your goal of fun combat, the problem was actually not a lack of active abilities. It's actually something else. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe it's active abilities and X and Y and Z. And I think the idea of delineating between a goal and a problem is the way that I think one can start to really understand whether to keep going or whether to pivot away. Because if you have said to yourself, all right, I want my goal to be fun combat, and I've tried making active abilities and it didn't work, and I tried making combat slower and it didn't work, and I tried making combat faster and it didn't work, and I tried 10 things and I still am getting people saying the combat's not fun and that's my whole goal is to make it fun. At this point, you kind of have one of two options. Keep trying to identify problems through testing to help you achieve this goal of making combat fun, or change your goal. You know what? We're not a game about combat. I'm going to focus on fun elsewhere. Because there's, I guess, this ultimate goal, which is I have a vision that I think will be fun. I think a 4X game that's all about trading will be fun. And sometimes that high-level vision, you start breaking it down into sub-goals, and you start going, fuck this goal, I don't want to do this goal anymore. And I mean, without additional context from Indie Cage, this is kind of like how I think about solving problems. Tree of Life. So I want to build that right away. I want to figure out how this thing works. What? Oh, I see. There's different tech trees. So, greenhouse, mana cultivator, mana root. Okay, I see. Tree of Life is the name of the research, and cultivates power from motes of life and leaves. Connects your life power network and spreads power to adjacent structures. I'm so glad I didn't build a factory. I'm like so fucking glad. Connects your life power network and spreads power to adjacent structures. So is this a power plant? Alright, let me put this in there. Alright, so power plant, get it? Yeah, because I definitely think the most annoying part of my factory right now is needing to do this all the time. So I definitely want to automate that away. But I don't know if our MoteMancer dev is in, but I'm curious about the hex grid as a choice. Because, like, I have my own opinions that I'll share in a second, but I'm just curious. Oh, man, it's in there, too? That's nice. So, let's see what researches there are. Because, I mean, like, really just grinding towards... Oh, increase the duration of Mana Flare by 50%. Oh, well, I'll just definitely do that, huh? So, this... This... Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to keep getting... I need to get some salt. Oops. So this will make that. Okay, so... Mana cultivate. Cultivates power from motes of life and leaves. Need some pedestals. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. MoteMancer says, well, regarding hexagons, partially because it hasn't been done, partially because hexagons are the bestagons, but mostly because it gives you super interesting Tetris puzzles that you can't do otherwise. Your factory isn't quite progressed enough. There are many ways to be clever with spatial positioning on a hex grid. I mean, that makes sense. Because right away, I'm kind of like, I really need to understand when my factory starts having massive needs for me to start going, alright, I see where I want to start getting massive throughput. Oh, because I mean, right now, oh goodness. Right now, I'm sort of like, just trying to start running into more problems. Oh, I see this doesn't connect to that. Okay. Have a simple collector output directly to a mana cultivator. I love having all these up here. This is fucking so helpful. Mana cultivator. Alright, so... Oh, I see. There's fucking trees in the way. Let's put this like here, and then let's get simple cultivator like here. Okay, so we need to get some more of these. Okay. Let's do mana root. Still not doing a big factory. Well, this is evening day 9. How goes perceiving with this game? It's much easier to perceive what is happening. Actually, I mean, this is like actually a good example of what I mean by like perceivability of information. God, I'm gonna stick my... Oh, this is gonna be really bad. Stick my foot in my mouth yet again. Albatross says that conversation yesterday kind of bothered me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Albatross. I feel like I signed you up for a weird position where I felt like a lot of people weren't quite getting what I was saying and were like making egregious assumptions about it. What is this? Thank God, longer mana flares. Not my fault at all. I think I would say it was half my fault because sometimes people are they just suck at listening. But I also think that I'm still struggling to come up with a good explanation. And that irks me a great deal. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Because what I was talking about yesterday is the difference between receiving information, processing the information, and then making a decision based on that. So, you know, a simple example is I'm in a Dota fight. Can I see where people are and what their healths are, what my cooldowns are, how much mana I have, what my positioning is? Can I just see what's happening? Yes. And there's other inputs, like the audio in Dota is very good at communicating what spells are being cast and, you know, what items are being activated. Processing is like, oh, I think that my ultimate is going to come off cooldown soon. Should I be shooting my ultimate at this guy or that guy? You're just evaluating based upon the stuff you're perceiving. And then the choice is, okay, so I shot this guy. Pretty straightforward. So I have some mana roots. Does it have to be like this? Does it have to be contiguous? What? Ah! Alright, what am I missing? So I'm gleaning by the colors that the green needs to touch the green. Hey, and there it is. Nice. Hey, hell yeah. So, all right, I'm learning the mechanics. Yeah, so again, perceiving is just what is the game state. Processing is what should I do? It's debating and considering, and the choice is just the literal action. And I was talking yesterday that in Wildgate, I just have a really hard time just seeing and understanding what the game state is. And not as in, oh, is there a guy over here or not? I wish my team would tell me. It's like, I don't even know what to do with that information because I have such little clarity as to what's good or bad or what the game's about in a lot of situations and so on. Now, in this game, like, I am having what I will call a processing difficulty. But that's fine. I think that it's fine if you have lots of complex processing and lots of complex decision making. I think it's if you can't understand just literally what the heck is happening when you run into issues. Like here, I could click on this and I can see all sorts of information as to how this is connected. I can see that this is powered off. This was powered off when this link was broken, so I just went, okay, so is that what this means? Oh, the game shows that it's powered. Hey, like it lets you know. What's up? I don't have to build these stupid things. And I'm going to be a little sloppy, honestly. And I'm just going to... going to do like that for now. And I think that's literally fine. If you wanted me to do better, I just couldn't be bothered. Oh, I'm so glad that this is done. How do I... I'm curious if I place... Actually, let me make a bunch more of these. I like did this. Did I get undergrounds? Okay, I want to see this. Oh my god, Spidey see you. It's so good to Spidey see you. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong one. So I'm curious, if I do this, it doesn't automatically build it. Okay. So I could do like this. Why does this one have power? It says no power right fucking there. Okay. God, Spidey, see, it's so good to see you, man. Spidey, how you been? How you been, Spidey? Oh. Nice. Dude, having roots, like, run through... Like, the deeper I'm getting with the elemental mechanic, the vastly awesomer the experience is. And I know that this might be the worst way to build a factory ever. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because that's who I am. This doesn't bother me. These things don't bother me. So yes to the chest. Alright. Why not? I wish I could do, like, underground connections. Alright, screw it. Yeah, and I mean, like... Oops. Yeah, because I mean, like, the... Oh, begin water and earth research, nice. Yeah, because then, like, with this game, yeah, there's just a bunch of shit going on, but I can just slow down and slowly step through it. Begin water and earth research? Hell yeah. Alright, so... Foundation of earth, foundation of water? Yeah. So we need elemental water and elemental earth. Alright, so I'm going to go way north. I'm going to smash up some quick earth generation over here. Do I have any water in a box? What's going wrong here? Oh, it's out of ink. I see. And I am that lazy good. Wait, what is happening in my brain? What am I trying to get up here? Wait, hold on. I feel like my brain shut down at some point. Oh, this flip, I swear to God. What does this one need? This one needs... Yeah, I just removed a grindstone. Okay. So then... go! And give me the roots. Yeah, like, this game has a bunch of things going on. Like, right there, I was like, wait, why is this not happening? And I can just literally look at the game for long enough and just get all the information that I feel like I need. I don't know, I've been thinking about this idea of being able to perceive information because it's the best explanation I could come up with for why I was struggling in Deadlock. Where, you know, there would be a team fight, and Deadlock is a third-person shooter mixed with a MOBA. And so in that game, it was just really difficult when you were in a team fight to even know how many people were in the fight. And, you know, like, I would play a melee hero that would very often be at the front of the fight. I'd be diving in, having a blast. But I couldn't tell what the status effects of my allies were. I couldn't tell who was silenced. I just couldn't understand what the status of the game was. Did I just walk right past it? I did. Yeah, I forget I need to have a simple collector open for it to actually indicate to me what's happening. And I think that, like, it's a bit of a fuzzy description. Like, oh, can I perceive it? Because, like, technically in Deadlock, if I'm on comms and someone's like, I'm stunned, like, maybe I just can immediately piece together the hero that is behind me, or the player is playing this hero who is behind me and they're stunned, and I understand how far away they are. Just based upon that statement. Like, I mean, that's actually like a pretty big ask, at least for me. So I need an elemental infuser. Elemental binder, it's called. I got binders full of elements. So this will be my little elemental production facility. It's not much, but it is mine. And I just need salt for all this. These needs aether, and this needs salt. Well, I have good news. All right. Because I've been thinking a lot about Wildgate, because, like, that last game of Wildgate, something started to click, and I think it's that... I'm not 100% on this, but I think that my understanding of Wildgate is that you need to aggressively probe for where the enemy positions are. And if you have that, then you actually get to make the following decisions. Are we strong enough to engage in fights? If so, who do we want to fight? Or maybe we don't think we have enough. So then we need to start running from the enemies, and we might need to be picking up fuel on the way out in order to do that. I think. Not 100% sure, but this is as best as I can understand. Is probing a fun mechanic? Albatross, I'll be honest, you're talking to a StarCraft player. It's like sending the probe in and trying to find what my opponent's doing. It's like super thrilling. I think the one thing that I didn't quite understand, and frankly, this is something I did not understand in StarCraft when I first played it, which is like in StarCraft, when I first played, it made no sense to me why I should or shouldn't. Oh, what did I do? Wait. Oh, I'm encountering one of these problems? Oh, no. Oh, no. So this outputs motes at a certain rate. This consumes motes at a rate proportional to how much power is being asked of it. So I can actually see... So I probably want to do more of these little generator guys. Whatever, we don't need to worry about that garbage. Like, when I first sat down to play StarCraft, like, I had no clue. The idea that, like, you could just bring your worker all that distance? But why? That seems so illegal. But it's actually like, no, you can just, like, take a worker and walk all the way over to their base and see everything. But, like, in my head, I'm just like, well, no, shouldn't your worker stay at home and work? Doesn't that make more sense? I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the probe and Wildgate, where I was just like, dude, I've sent the probe out, I've looked around, I've scanned 3 things, okay, I'm done. And I think, like, once you start to see where the position of everything's are, it makes sense. Okay, you need some more of this, you need some more of this. Alright, so let's start working on some technology. Streamweaver and Streamway? Guide the flow of resources by weaving streams of water? What? Lift, gather, and secure resources with the might of Earth? A reaching gripper. Alright. I want to get a reaching gripper right in here. Where's my Earth? Get in there. Now, can I research 2 different things at the same time? So if I, like, put... So I think that what this means is that it's just dialed into this research, because that's what's at the middle. And so that's just what's going to happen, huh? Whew. Odin loves you. Dude, I am really excited to start playing Magic more later this year. I think that, like, there's something that's weird about, like, loading these up. This makes me feel nervous, but that's okay. So these... So I need, like, way more power here. Okay, let me fix this really fast, because I need this thing to be, like, very centrally located here. I'm going to fix some problems. I'm going to get my stuff generating. Okay, so if I really coat this fucker... Oh, the wrong one. And I do... So that should jumpstart everything in the chain. Well, this is just terrible news, isn't it? This is just like the worst thing ever. We're just not producing enough power. There we go. Now we're actually getting positive power gains. No, we're not. We're not at all. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, how do we do this? So I put it like right smack dab in the middle of everything. Alright, get this out of here. Alright, hold on. We're having power problems. I think I'm thrilled to announce it's time for my very first little factory belt situation here. I actually want to make a couple of these things. Dude, problems always get me excited in games. Where the fuck is the... Okay, there it is. Mana cultivator. What else do we need from this? We need some pedestals. I need some salt. Alright. So much salt. So, I've never had to build, like, a hex factory, but let's actually do some hex factory building. Well, here they are. So do I want it like this? So, here... First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just... I just want to see what this looks like. Oh, well, I guess it can be loaded anywhere here. That's just where power needs to go, so... This'll let me see kind of how this production efficiency works. I swear to God, I wish I could move this. So badly, I wish I could move this. Okay. So then if I do some more simple collectors... I guess that's the way it'll be, huh? And what happens when these things merge? Okay, and what occurs if I... Well, if I remove this... This is a little... Okay, well this is... I remember the MoteMancer dev talking about some interesting design problems that occur when you do this. And we are running into this shit, for sure. Guess this makes sense that this would have power, huh? I mean, I think we're doing okay. Could this go any slower? Could. The answer is yes. Why? Why is this going so much slower? Let me see if I can figure out the puzzle. So if I remove this... Seems like there's some sort of intermediate state. Okay. I also feel like these roots on the ground are probably not the best way to spread my electricity, or maybe it is. I don't know. Alright, I might want another cultivator. So let me... Dude, like, my brain hurts just thinking about how to arrange this on a hex grid. Like, this is wild. This is insane. How the fuck? What? Okay, let me actually see if I can get away with just 2 loading in. I should probably do this. So, looks like we're doing some stuff. Alright, let me just click this. Foundation of Earth. Alright, cool. Oh, dude, the layouts in this game are going to be nuts. Like, absolutely bonkers. Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Oh, oops, wrong buttons. And let me put this. Okay. Alright, Lobster Shrub says, me and some friends were thinking about getting Wildgate for our weekly game night. Saw you played it recently. Would you recommend it? I would extremely recommend it, but I would put another asterisk next to this, which is the following. I think you really have to do the following, or you may not enjoy playing the game. What is happening here? Why are we losing electricity? Why am I losing electricity? Oh, because this is literally where I don't have electricity. Okay, alright. No one's allowed to talk to me. I think that if you want to enjoy Wildgate, here's what I would recommend. I think it's critically important. Dude, I'm gonna do the ugliest thing ever. That when the game starts, you really aggressively look for where all the other ships are on the whole map. And I think that with that, you can choose to track down and isolate a ship, or you can choose to loot. It actually allows you to make choices. That, I think, is the critical information that I wish someone had said to me. Not that anyone would, because it's like release date. Oh yeah, wait. I've been mining water. Crazy, I've been mining water. I need some of this. Is this where my crate is for that shit? Yeah. But I think that from there, Lobster Shrub, the other thing that I would do, if I could do it again, is like, I might watch some good players play a little first, and then kind of get the, oh, I see. Because when I was playing, you know, there's something I wish were in Wildgate, which is just like more data and numbers to just kind of tell you what the heck is happening. Oh. Because, like, it would be really cool if you could, like, look at a ship and be like, oh, this is level 22 ship. Oh, this is level 71 ship? Holy shit. You know. Okay, so we're making progression. Place motes from a quarry collector directly into a streamway. I'm really curious what a streamway is. Man, I kind of want to just wander really far away and just see how large this area is. Oh, I would love a map so much. I would love it. Good point. Good point. My factory for my own taste. This shit's ugly, man. Flow of water researched. Okay. What is a... So what is a stream weaver and a streamway? All right, what's... Huh. So what is... Weaves streams into item transport. How does this work? Oh, this is just a crafting thing. Streamweavers can make streamweavers. Yo, that's lit. Okay. What's a quarry collector? So, I would love a search to be able to, like, figure out what a quarry collector is. Greenhouse, streamweaver, stone cutter, simple collector, grindstone, tinker's table, elemental binder. Just a long gripper, yeah. Oh, I see, it's just a level 2. Belt, okay. Whew, Jesus. Okay, so I would love some kind of searchability. Salt Sanctuary. Oh, this increases the range of Mana Flare. Okay. Salt Mastery. Okay, can someone backseat me and tell me where a quarry collector is? So we're behind the Earth node. Quarry collector. Oh, man. Yeah, there's information issues that I'm having. Tuned to the seismic power of motes of Earth. Alright. So we need salt, prism, and earth element. Salt, prism, and earth element. Okay, that's what we're doing then. I'll try to complete this quest. And see if I can do this, if I have enough time before I must go on a hot date. I mean, honestly, I'm responding incredibly positively to the elemental theme. Like, the idea of having, like, waterways where I'm transporting things and using, like, plants to generate power. Like, I just love elemental magic so much. I think it's so sweet. It's, like, increasingly difficult to convince me to do anything but something elemental when I'm playing Path of Exile or Path of Exile 2. I think that the things that have been getting in my way of like the excitement of building the factory, I think is one, every single name of things in the game that are buildings, like, take me a little bit of time to understand. Like, it's not complex for someone to go, an infusion altar is a research lab. Got it. I can understand that. But when it's like everything in the inventory, when it's like a gripper, a collector, a grindstone, a tinker's table, a stream weaver, a greenhouse, a stone cutter, an elemental binder, like, I'm not saying these names are like wrong. It's like I just can't quite. Each one takes me some effort. So like this greenhouse, like I'm literally reading this and I don't know what it does. Basic life crafter. Nurtures flora and root-bound power. And I think that if I describe each one of these as a trip, and in aggregate, when I'm looking around and trying to remember what things do, if you trip enough, you fall over, if you know what I mean. And so it's kind of creating, I don't know, because I don't speak two languages, but I used to speak some French. And what would happen is someone would say something to me in French, and I would stop, try to remember what they said, and then try to translate it into English, and then go, I know the answer in English, and then I'd produce the answer in English in my head, and then I would translate that answer into French, and then I'd speak. And at that point, like 15 seconds had passed. So I think that that is probably my biggest trip up. And the other one is not exactly a trip up, but like a wish. It took me a little time to get to the awesomeness of putting these plants down, or the awesomeness of this, like, you know, streamways where I can now probably just like place resources here. Actually, let me see if I can do that. Oh, that goes really fast. Okay. Like, I mean, again, from like an aesthetic joy perspective, I like so much more the idea that this is the slow-moving earth dragging things along, and I can upgrade it to fast-moving water. That's so much more aesthetically pleasing to me than here's yellow belts and red belts and blue belts. It says, would you rather they be called Life Crafter, Earth Crafter, Water Crafter? How would you think about that? The basic structure is every element has 2 pairs of crafters. They all have flavorful names. I think my answer is because the names in the game thus far have not... Each one is causing me like... Not a ton of effort, but just like 10 to 15 seconds of effort to kind of like grok. I don't actually know the structure well enough to be able to even make a claim of how I think it should be renamed. This is one of those, like, you certainly know your game 1,000 times better than I do and can see, you know, how many different tracks of research there are and so on and so forth. Be very clear, I am by no means saying that the design of any of what the buildings do and how they interact or any of that stuff is bad or awkward. I mean, anytime in this stream when I've gone, oh shit, how do I get that there? That's me having fun, because trying to solve the puzzle of how I get all these things together, that's awesome. I think that's terrific. This is not where this goes. This goes here. am I doing wrong? Ah, day 9. Like, for instance, that moan of agony. It's great. But I mean, like, if you held a gun to my head and said, Sean, you don't know the game as well as I do, tell me what to do. I would probably err on the side of, like, having some consistent names in there. Because, like, for instance, I concluded that a shifting slab was a low-tier version and a streamway was a higher-tier version purely because this looks like the interface from Factorio. That's why I came to that conclusion. Transports items effortlessly along its track. Transports many items atop a flowing stream. I mean, honestly, I think this is... like, visually and how it's written. I mean, yeah, I think it's, like, mostly fine. But, like, if you just said, okay, Sean, what do these do? Or what do these things do? Like, I'll eventually get used to it. I'm trying to think, because, like, what are the ways in which what I'm saying... Because, like, let me return to Factorio, where, like... Yeah, I guess it is just the thing like a chemical plant. I just know what a chemical plant is. An oil refinery. Like, I have some preloaded information in there. Even something like a grindstone, like if this were a mill. Like, I know what a mill is, and mills grind things. That is an interesting question, because, like, how do you have, if you have a, I'm going to call it a water producer and a green, or a life producer, and an earth producer. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah, because, like, Because MoteMancer is the main difference in Factorio is it has one factory, and then there are many, so I'm trading a single structure with a choose interface for many structures with setup recipes. Yeah, so in other words, instead of saying, oh, this is an assembler, and it can just assemble anything you want. Here you have a water assembler, a life assembler, an earth assembler, and each one has a restricted set of recipes. So yeah, no. Yeah, because, like, if you said to me, Sean, I'm going to create a game, and there's going to be 6 different elements of magic, and there are different buildings that utilize those different magics in different ways. So, you know, you might need life for power, you might need water for transport, you might need earth for, you know, construction. Like, everything in my body is like, yeah, it sounds fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm kind of talking myself into. I think it's largely just like a language and presentation thing. Is the part that I'm feeling a little bit. It's the thing that's veering me off from the fun. All right, so this and this and this and this. I also think it took a while for me to feel like I was doing stuff with elements. Like, placing these trees down has been, like, my favorite thing. I love doing this. You know, like, all these basic miners just seemed very generic, I think. Maybe that's the intention. And also, I'm just a slow as fuck player. So this is... I'm now getting to a quarry collector. So let me just do 1, 2, 3, and I can start making these. Oh, MoteMancer, so the kit for the game. There are 6 planes. Each plane has access to 2 adjacent elements. Salt is the one constant, but every plane you visit will change the tools available to you. So each plane has unique logistics, puzzles, and tools. I see it. I get it. Oh, shit. So I'm on the plane that is life, which is adjacent to earth and water. And then if I'm in the water plane, I'm adjacent to life and whatever the fuck this one is. So I only have those production capabilities. Oh. That's fucking sweet. That sounds awesome. And salt is the one constant. Yeah, the alchemical foundation of all things. Salt. Same thing with my cooking. See, and then maybe in other territories I can't use this tree of life stuff. Alright. I'm waiting for this to be done because I'm going to complete this quest. And I had promised my wife I wouldn't stream till 8 again. Which I did the last 2 days in a row. Go, go, go. Yeah, this is stylish as hell. This is very nice. I love that. Oh, yeah, I need to click this. Okay, I'm putting 2 and 2 together, and what I'm understanding is that this is an upgraded drill. Okay. Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Wait, what is this? Attuned to the seismic power of motes of Earth, doubling collection yield. So what I specifically understood this to mean is this is Earth research. Therefore, because you did Earth research, it will drill at twice the rate. But I think that this is saying that it only drills Earth, but drills twice as much. Maybe that's what this is saying? I see. Okay. Actually, wait. So I can... I'm gonna shift, space, click this. Oh, I forgot I have my... Oh, dude. So shift space this. I'm gonna give it more water. All right. I see. So I to stress, I still haven't really like built a factory yet because I'm just kind of like getting the hang of some of the pieces here. Nice. Extremely great. Okay. And what's adept research? Life adept? Okay, oh, and then I see, yeah, look, this is Salt Elemental, or Salt Prism. Okay. Okay, no, I see. I see. So I could just be crafting a bunch of Earth Elementals by... You know, maybe I will make a little production chain for myself here. So... Please let me consume this faster. Oh. Okay. So let's make elemental binder. Nope. Sure, why not? So this is where we're going to be doing our 1, 2, 3. Just going to produce it straight here. And then we need to do some prisming. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's get power. Why not? So I could have a life, water, and... Oh, I see. Can all three of those elements of depth research be done at the same time with belts? Yeah, I mean, that's my understanding. Like, you can see behind me, here's all the research that I've made progress on. And so my understanding is that so long as I actually may as well have this going. As long as I just have enough resources going in, we're fine. So, like, for instance, I could say, okay, so what does this need? It needs that, and... So it needs salt. So if I can just transport some salt down here... so let me do this. All right. Don't worry. I have a reaching gripper. Fucking Gripper. Gripper is actually the funniest name I've ever heard in a video game. I mean, it is a fantasy game. And our most common means of moving things from A to B is the Gripper. I mean, that's... And let's see. So now I need to... oops. That was the first thing you hear in opening the stream? What? It's the name. That's what they chose to call it. So this is now making some of the good stuff. So I'll make another one of these. get some pedestals like here and here, and then I can get my long gripper. Can't believe I've done this. So let's see here. So why is this not producing anything? It's out of salt. Okay, so now we are dumping good stuff here. Oh, I see. Okay. And for this, we then would need salt prisms, which... Alright, well this is about to look a little funny. It's about to look a little funny, but nothing... There's nothing funny about logistics. You need me to make some salt prisms? Oh, I got a full inventory. Okay. So we are going to first do this. This is going to poop into a grindstone. So... let me just do this to see what it's looking like. Bang. Boom. Huzzah. Alright. So now I'm generating salt into this, and this is... I already have that ingredient, which is good, but now I need this to just... How can I forget? Grindstone. So need a good old gripper there. And then I need a gripper here. And then we're going to do the counter gripper here. I'm out of... Oh. Okay, so how do I get this shit powered? Okay. All right. So now we're moving this up here to be able to spin this fucker down here to be able to do what? What am I doing? Salt prisms? Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have salt prisms for days? I think we do. All right. I literally... There is something in me that, like, just needs this to be up and running, because I feel like it will satisfy me deeply. Okay. So now... Yeah. Okay, so now we're researching along two paths, and our factory, honestly, is looking fine. But dude, this one's gonna be a piece of cake. Because this is what's gonna be my water, and my water is gonna go directly into this thing. And then we need some salt prisms, which we can do by just... you know, by borrowing. How can this possibly not have power? Why would this not have fucking power? Why? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's powered. Why is this fucking thing not powered? Am I, like, low? No. Solving it. Absolutely gaming. Can't even tell I don't know what I'm doing. Now, is it producing quickly enough to ever get pulled by this? Shit. Man. Okay. Oh, I remember what I was doing. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Got a highway coming in. Okay, well, it's 7, and that means I need to go. Because promises are promises. So what I would do if I were to continue playing is that I have a automated setup to get plant research. I'm getting close to automating this. I honestly I'm going to move these out to this other side and then bring this waterway of earth down. So that way I can craft it, so that way I can have this going and then do the same for water. And I think that, like, in terms of fun, I'm having the most fun now that I've had through the entire stream. I think because I actually see the shape of the game. Like, the shape of the game is you have 3 branches of technology that can do different things. And I'm trying to use just these 3 sets of tech to solve my problems, and then when I go to a different plane, I have access to a different 3 branches of technology. And understanding it as, hey, there's all the tech, but you only get a subset, so solve with that subset. Like, that is sweet. I did not understand that initially. I thought it was, I'm getting more and more options, and I'm just going to eventually unlock all, 6 of these. Because I feel like when I first started, there was this, like, oh, first unlock water, or I think I did life, and then water, and then earth. And I feel like because that is the direction, I just didn't quite get the sense of the elemental theme initially, and I didn't quite get the idea of, like, the division of technology and what they are and are not capable of, because I'm kind of used to the way that other games just function, where in other games, it's like, oh, and I'm not going to reference Factorio, I mean this is true of almost every survival crafting game I've played, where it's like, this is a chest, it stores things, that's it. Here is this is a farm, and it grows food, and that's it. And, oh, do you want to grow food? Yeah, you go to the farm, and that's it. I'm thinking about like Valheim. There's like a real one-to-one quality. Like, oh, I want to get or another crafting games. I want to get a blacksmith station up. To do what? Oh, that makes metal weapons and metal equipment, and that's it. That's all it does. But the idea that there's kind of this blend of things, like, oh, this streamway is really fast logistics. And that's like a water path thing that is somehow different from the earth path that does a different set of things effectively. Because now I'm after 2.5 hours, I've hit the point where I'm like, oh shit, I see that it's just a sort of split logistics problem, and it's elementally themed. Heat up, so there's an overarching goal, like launching the rocket. Reactivate the portal. At least in my understanding. And with that, I'm going to be heading out for the night. Let me also remind any of you, if you are so interested in supporting the Children's Hospital of Orange County, I'm doing a small baby bit of fundraising for it. And if you'd be so cramped on your funds, as I know many are these days, feel free to just pass up on a subscription to Day and I this month and give the Children's Hospital. With that, I'm going to be leaving. You're all lovely. MoteMancer, thanks for hanging out with us. MoteMancer, I should say. The game is MoteMancer, and the developer of MoteMancer is in chat under the name MoteMancer. I assume that's because your first name is Mote and your last name is Mancer. Frost Uncle, be still my beating Danish. So good to see you. And I'm going to go out. Next week, I'm basically going to keep playing Blueprints. I just can't stop. I literally can't. It's fucked up. Love you and miss you all warmly. Till then, bye-bye.